Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Channels Television celebrating 21 years of professional broadcasting. This is the news at 10. A reminder of our major stories. President Muhammadu Buhari heads for Morocco for the Climate Change Summit to push for support on the cleanup of the Ogoni land. Communities in Oyo State decry shortfall in supply of electricity, demand improved situation as they continue to seek the running of their businesses. And House of Assembly members demand inclusion of Kogi State as an oil-producing state. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump makes a U-turn, says that Mexican border would probably be a fence. Do remember that all our top stories can be found on our website is channelstv.com and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Besides the news and updates, the Channels TV app has an Eyewitness feature. We encourage you to use it to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. And first photo of the day shows what our Eyewitness reporter describes as a non-functional transformer in Ibafo, Ogun State. You wonder why Ibadan Electricity Distribution Company has left them without supply for almost a decade. They're appealing for intervention. Our next photo gives an insight into the state of classrooms at the CAC Grammar School in Ogbomosho, Oyo State. Our Eyewitness reporter says it's not befitting of a learning environment. And next is a video of what our Eyewitness reporter thinks is police harassment around Banex Junction in Abuja. He wonders if the police had a right to seize drivers' plate numbers, which is becoming rampant in the FCT. And also in Kuje area is this video which shows traders allegedly protesting the hike in dues collected from them by the council chairman. And lastly is a video of a flooded location in Egbeda Akonjo area in Lagos State after a downpour. Our Eyewitness reporter thinks that the government should please look forward and towards this direction. We do sincerely thank you for sending in those pictures, as we ask that you keep them coming. Now, Channels Television is still basking in its latest accolade, the YouTube Award for Broadcast. There were lots of performances at the first YouTube Sub-Saharan African Awards in Johannesburg, South Africa. Our correspondent Melinda Akinlami reports that it was not only the night for awards of online creators who were giving Africa a voice, but to showcase talent as well.
You can see backstage, you still have last-minute checks going on, loads of empty chairs, but trust me, they'll soon be filled with creative heads, anxious to see who gets what at the YouTube SSSA, which is taking place in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Before it's showtime, it's an opportunity for people to network and also appreciate the achievers, which visuals have been put on the screen for everyone to see. Then the ceremony begins with interesting performances. And then short videos of how Africans are using their talents, putting it online, and changing the continent's story.
Okay, for my next project, when I do up-tempos, that's how I want to dance. I have to have those young guys fly to wherever we are, and they have to teach us the choreography.
Then the awards roll in.
And the winner is Suzal Diawa.
Creators making an impact online in entertainment, music, and comedy were all rewarded.
So the winner for this one is Mark Angel Comedy.
On behalf of Mark Angel, Dennis Enegwe and Manuela,
We want to say thank you so much for this.
And the top creator in Kenya is... No drum rolls? Oh, the Churchill Show.
And Channels Television was one of the stars of the night, beating SABC and ETV to win the broadcast category.
And the winner is, dum dum dum, Channels Television. Well done.
It's a huge honor to stand before you today. Would like to appreciate Google and YouTube. Without them, we won't be here today. We also like to thank our viewers who spend time to watch the content we create every day. And then we're dedicating this to all the creators in the house that are giving Africa a voice. Thank you.
Yellow Brick Cinema got the Achievement of the Year award for attracting lots of viewers to their content online.
Just want to say thank you to YouTube and all our supporters over the last 3 years for getting us where we are today.
With every platform getting inspired by the story of this 3-year-old company and already eyeing the top price, it means working harder to get 1 million subscribers. Melinda Akinlami, Channels Television News.
Channels Television, of course, soaring higher than ever before. Now, after the National Assembly rejected the request by the federal government to borrow about $30 billion of external loan, the presidency today says that it will re-present the request. President Muhammadu Buhari's media advisor, Mr. Femi Adesina, today told Channels Television that the president hopes the loan plan will scale through to allow the federal government to execute some of its infrastructure plans. Mr. Adesina, who was on our political program, Sunday Politics, also says the 2017 budget will be presented early enough to avert the scenario with the previous budget.
You will notice that what the Senate said was that it needed more details about that bid for loan, and it was not that it rejected it completely. Now, if on the basis of that you do not represent, it does not show you as a serious government in the first place. This is not a flippant government, and before it asked for that kind of loan, it did its homework properly. And if the Senate says it needs more details, then more details will be provided and the bid will be represented.
A lot of people are wondering, when will the 2017 budget be presented to the National Assembly? And people are wondering, the same thing that happened to 2016 budget may happen to this 2017 budget.
But you also agree that we are recording better timing. It was to have come October 31, but it will come as soon as possible. This year, the budget was not signed till May. I don't envisage that you will have something like that for the 2017 budget.
At the time, the federal government is looking away from oil and focusing on agriculture and solid minerals to generate revenue, of course. The House of Assembly in Kogi State is drawing the attention of the federal government to the need to be included as an oil-producing state. The lawmakers who claim that oil exploration is ongoing in Echeno and Udeke communities in Ibaji local government areas say that it will be unfair if the state is not accorded the status.
The Kogi lawmakers are seated in these hallowed chambers to consider what they say is an important motion for the state.
These two committees have made us proud.
That motion touches on approving oil-producing status for Kogi State. After the day's sitting, Channels Television sought to know when this exploration started and why the Assembly is just deciding now to take it up.
What prompted me is because Kogi State has oil, because there's oil in Ibaji local government. Exploration for oil started as far back as 1952 by various oil companies. And since that time, they continued exploration until this around 1986 and thereabout. Oil was found in commercial quantities and our people have been appealing for exploration and tapping and getting the crude. So at the end, Orange Oil Company got a license from the federal government for site 916 and 915, and so with those two sites they started operating, and they have drilled so many wells both in Ibadan and in Anambra State.
The traditional ruler of Ibadan is in support of the move by the House of Assembly, as he also demands a clear pronouncement on the issue from federal authorities.
Our son has made this motion, graciously supported by the House of Assembly of Kogi State, is a thing of joy for us. And so we have come to say we thank the Kogi State House of Assembly, and we add our voices to say the state government should please do whatever they can to ensure that the motion does not die.
And since 2012, crude oil has been lifted from Ibadan, which is in Kogi State. So as a result of that, Kogi State is supposed to be declared as oil producing state. That is why I moved that motion, appealing to the state government to expedite action on the declaration of Kogi State as an oil producing state by the federal government.
In 2013, the youth in Anambra and Kogi State had a clash over the ownership of the oil well. This situation led to the destruction of farmland and other property. The two governors met and agreed to await the outcome from the Boundary and Demarcation Agency.
Traditional institutions in the country can only be viable partners if they work towards the realization of government's program and objectives. The governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, says that royal fathers have a role in containing security challenges such as attacks on farmers by Fulani herdsmen, youth restiveness and land disputes. Governor El-Rufai was speaking during the handover staff of office to the traditional ruler of Atiep Chiefdom in Kaduna State.
Our state needs everyone in formal and informal positions of leadership to speak up for and to uphold our common humanity. Too many merchants of hate and division menace our land. They seek to have their bread buttered by the suffering and destruction that violence brings. They promote a persistent victim mentality, pushing a narrative that relegates and diminishes people and inclines them to base conduct. They package ordinary people into the mistaken and dangerous belief that the dice is always loaded against them because of religion or region, thereby fueling a baseless sense of rage and hate. When and wherever violence wreaks havoc to lives and limb, they see an opportunity to feather their nests rather than embrace their responsibility to work to ensure everyone's right to life, movement and residence is respected. These merchants of division do all this for their personal relevance and their bank accounts.
The governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, and when the News at 10 returns, Art Review examines a photo exhibition by a group of photographers in Lagos. Stay with us.